side of things here because they were blown over on Ancient. This time around on Overpass, they're going to have to hold on up.
From blown over to blowing me away, 1 in 6 Google searches have never been searched before.
That's mental.
And if you Google search the 1xBet odds of this game, it would say 1 to 6.75. Grim gets a little info. Was that 1 bullet fired? It was 1 Glock spotted.
Yeah, and this is a real problem because if they just execute towards B, they're all going to be stranded towards shore. And that is not a place that you want to find yourself. So Grim, we're going to need some crisp clicks as Tassis is lining up a Heaven Smoke and launches. And away they go.
Kit and smoke on JT, so you don't have to go too wide, but he has, and yeah, I think Chad Birchall's already given us the report. You're not clearing this. Oh, Tessus nearly gets 2. Fan coming in from Monster side. He is exciting me if JT can click on Cadian. Unfortunately not. Cadian continues to be a problem as he is in good form. In this late flank, Junior gets knifed. Oh, cancelled.
Come on, refrezh. Have some fun.
Come on, man.
Come on. All right, well, that's the pistol round to Heroic right there. And as soon as Grim died, just based off of the setup, the round was over. That's unfortunately sometimes how the cookie does crumble. Are you a fan of cookie dough ice cream? A lot of people don't like it.
It's a personal favorite.
Oh, okay. On you.
You know what I hate? And I don't know why they haven't. But cookie dough doesn't get sold just as cookie dough outside of America.
Yeah.
Why are we not selling that? I'd eat that with a spoon.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It comes in those like weird sausage-like packages.
I would go to town on that. Vanilla ice cream optional.
Now, Scout for Junior up on the planter. Over towards Long. JT in the upper bathrooms to assist. And going through the paces. Shush is the connector player.
I like
refrezh babysitting B.
Nading off the door and having the deagle spam makes it a whole lot more threatening in terms of just showing that early CT and defensive presence.
One of the things that's happened with that door being blown off, it burns out an extra T-smoke a lot of the time. Now, if they don't clear their upper bathroom... Oh, there's a stack here.
Yeah, there is.
This is about to get messy.
I think Grim might just be in time. Oh, Tessus has bested him. They can still close in on them. There's 2 from long side. Fang just needs to take some sort of distraction, some sort of contact. The flank is late. Junior long, floppy run down over the dice box, and it is still 1 between the eyes.
Ain't bad.
Yeah, Junior puts 1 into the spine, and that will be all we have to talk about. 2-0, Heroic. Nice triple out of Tessus.
Soon to be 3-0 here, because it'll have to be an eco out of complexity. They want to get the guns up in the following round. I think that JT might even be dropping that AWP over in the next round to that of Junior. We'll have to wait and see how it comes out in the wash. And the reason I say that is because Junior's just actually invested $700 into a deagle. And JT with 3.4K is yet to buy anything. So he's got an in-game leader that thinks he can get it done on the big green. He's going to have to show that merit. Away we go. And who's going to farm up the early frags here? 4 towards B, Junior towards connector with that deagle. And just a USP for Shush.
That's all he needs. It's actually not going to be peeked on with that pin in his hand, and now they have a chance to run into the spade. There you go. Nothing to pick up there. He's only equipped with the USP. He does get to drop that Molotov to essentially buy time. Some would say waste time.
Yeah, he's going to go down here, I think. It's just how much more he can take with him, because if he can get a kill and grab a rifle, that's going to make it even better, because next round I'm sure that he's going to be tasked with dropping something for JT, and JT would much prefer a Galil or an AK as opposed to an MP9. But this is a great start for Heroic here again, just keeping it simple. 1 round towards B on the pistol.
Do you want another fun fact?
Sure.
Reach into the bag and pull out Barry Manilow. You remember him?
No.
He's from Take That. Okay, this is for my UK lot. Barry Manilow's #1 hit, I Write the Songs, wasn't written by Barry Manilow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit on the nose with the name.
He wrote a whole song that he writes the songs. Well, he didn't, actually. That was the whole fact.
Bit of egg on his face there, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you ever had egg on your face? You know,
I think during, like, we call it levers or schoolies in Australia, like where, you know,
Do you wear shirts, like white shirts, everyone signs them?
Yeah, we always had white shirts. That was our, like, uniform. White shirts with navy shorts. People throw eggs.
I'm jealous
Halloween.
of school shorts, man.
Oh, yeah, Australia, you're not wearing trousers.
Damn.
You wear trackies in winter, but you're not wearing trousers, and you definitely ain't wearing a tie at an Australian public school. Let me tell you that much.
Yeah.
Now, we do get the terminology kind of mixed up every now and again, but a public school is one that is government funded, guys, not how you guys put it in the UK.
For some reason, we just like to be different and difficult and worse.
Well, all about for Junior here. It's a 4-man B lean early. Hello, JT.
Oh, that's a cappuccino, extra frothy.
His parents aren't happy with that. He has left so much food on his plate.
Oh, you know what? Like, I cooked this meal.
You don't even...
And you spit in my face.
Oh, dear.
JT is going to be crying a river after that one.
Oh, Junior, can you make up for that mess? They're coming.
Oy, oy, oy.
Those little noggins over the top of the rock.
He's managed to at least get away. That is a huge component of winning and recovering from the 4v5 disadvantage.
Well, I like this, though. Fang into connector, Grim, Floppy, and Junior now all on A. And we know that Heroic like these little mid-round games, but if they continue forward, they will be finding themselves in the stack. Fang can't overpeak, and they're pushing on up. So this aggression, it's coming through, but this time a bit more weighted.
Nice. That is a big find, and it is going to be...
Oh, they think it's going to be B. Yeah.
No. False info, bad info. Floppy will hear this. Floppy hears this. Summons the troops. Junior posted, flashed, and strikes again. Great recovery here. Floppy should have this dead to right. Stown picks up the bomb and gets away with it, but there is a bank presence in Junior. Uh-oh. A little gap on that smoke. Heroic, they're looking threatening. And with the bomb now ticking in their favor. This is so losable. If you hit another, now it's a problem. Refrezh doesn't have the health. And Fang provides the help. That got really scary for a second. But that's complexities first.
Right there, if Refrezh gets the other kill on the Rifler of Fang, and then it becomes a one-on-one against the Orpa, it's anyone's. It's anyone's round. This is the opener. Yeah, wow. And you think about that if it was Refrezh to clutch and JT was the guy who made a meal of that situation. But a great round to recover here. They do retain an AK and an AWP. And speaking of Orbs, Cadian's got his out on the other side. He was hot to trot in the last map of play. Let's see what traction he can find here early. Full buy for both teams. Bucket loads of utility. And Junior and JT, the double Js over towards A.
JJ.
Nice easy little bathroom lineup there, and this will be the divider molly with the run and throw. So this will force JT and Junior to either drop on back and play a little bit more passive because they're worried about a burst through the toilets, or it'll force them to look for info. And well, actually, I think JT's just wide swung and cleared balloons. So that means that Fang, Floppy, and Grim don't have to rotate, and JT can actually bolster the B bomb site.
You're playing with fire on that jiggle, Floppy. He wants info, confirms that there was no one there, but the util implies an otherwise, and Heroic, 50 seconds. They've been stopped at the gates. The portcullis falls, and now the execute's going to be late. Smoke will fade. Is there more to come?
Nose flash here. The timing on this is going to be everything.
Oh, and Tessus gets it before the flash pops. That's dreamy. The boost is better. Heroic, they pick apart at the defense. There was 3 people there, and now none. JT trying to knock that goose egg over and actually takes both. Fang and Floppy's hard work was not for naught, but Junior will not be interested. That's interested in the win.
Yeah, and he shouldn't be. He should be interested in the save, which is Sintrusted, as he looks to retain this over towards Bank. Now, there's only one little detail which could have potentially changed the outcome of that round. The fact that Junior and JT were playing so passive on the site, they could have, and you can see it with Junior here, re-smoke Monster from CT spawn one last time. But on that fade, if you're Floppy, you know how risky it becomes. There's more than 2. There's so many problems. They could be playing in the fade of the smoke. They could be lining up a nose flash like they were. So he's trying to peek and take the fight and be preemptive about it, but just walks on in, cops the bullets, and then the dominoes fall completely over towards B, and Heroic get back towards their winning ways with a technical timeout called. So we might have a little bit of a break here for everybody. But we did have a lot of people chipping in during our first series of the day. We asked you to use the hashtag ESL Pro League to have a little bit of a tweet, send us what you're doing, how you're watching, how you're enjoying your Wednesday, and you get up to more of that.
I love that, especially because I've always, you know, secretly wanted to be doing radio.
Okay, you and OJ.
After my student radio days, I got a taste for it, and it was the funnest part when people text in. But I just wish I had like a number, like, send us your messages on 56668. Let us know. Or if you get involved on the show. You can, though. Just head over to Twitter. And I'm going to give you another incredible fact.
Incredible?
Incredible.
Is it about the Incredibles?
I wish. I do like...
Don't give us the ladybug one again. We've had that one.
Polar bears cannot be seen by using night vision equipment. I'll tell you why.
After this ad break.
Stay tuned.
We're not going to an ad break.
No, don't. Hey, get your bottom and sit back down, young man.
Well, why? How?
I'm guessing it's because they've got so much like insulation that because it's a heat. Is it heat-based night vision?
I don't know anything. Night vision is thermal.
No, you're right. Okay, so I had a theory. It was like blubber and bone or something I was going for.
But maybe it is.
Maybe. They don't expand on it.
It must be.
Why? Everyone, let's work. Let's put our heads together. If we put all 60,000 of our heads together in a circle, we'll work out why polar bears cannot be seen using night vision equipment.
I just thought you had to eat a lot of carrots to get the night vision. Do you want to spoil that one for everybody playing at home?
I'm sorry, I just got another crazy one.
Another one.
I don't want to spoil it. I'll save this for another tech because I think we might.
It's still the same tech.
Are we still in it?
Oh wait, they're ready now.
Okay, cool. We'll put that in my pocket, but I'll give you a teaser. It's to do with your favorite fruit.
Dolly Parton.
Yeah, actually, I had no idea where to go with that. Yeah, your favorite fruit. You could have said anyone. Me, for example. Yeah. I'd be your favorite fruit, anything. Babe. Let's get back into this one. Round 6, and already we are seeing Heroic starting to lay the groundwork for a dominant T-side here. Junior's saved AWP is about the only thing they have to celebrate as they catapult a refrezh in the trebuchet towards B. And JT is going to hit the one bang. In one of the universes this round is played.
Or he's going to cop one. One of the two is likely. Now, one of the situations that you're looking for in this scenario is to find the AWP. It's like, where's Waldo or where's Wally? Really depends on where you're from. But this is where's the AWP. And once they identify where the AWP is, they can circumvent it. So far, they know nothing is long. They know that Deagle is bathroom and Fang. He's peeking on up into this. Tassos removes. And look at Stown. He's gone for a leisurely stroll in the park, and he's going to come around. And good night, sweet prince. See you later, JT. This one ain't for me as he dances with Floppy, and well, that should be securing another save from Junior. Now, could we please, Mr. DJ, go to Cadian? Thank you. Now, I was also talking to Cadian, and I didn't have a knife on. It was vanilla. He just got it. And I said, what's going on here? I said, why don't you have a knife? And he said, well, you know, I've got told by my boys, I think it was refrezh and Stown, who are apparently skin connoisseurs.
Oh, yeah?
That they didn't like where he was at. They didn't know what type of knife user that Cadian was going to be. And they were going to let him know today which knife and glove combination he should have been donning on the red carpet.
Yeah.
And he said it would be a surprise for everybody, but it's still vanilla. So I guess they didn't come to a conclusion of what Cadian should be using just yet. It might still be in the works. I always feel like a butterfly knife for an AWPer. Seems kind of swish.
I do like the James flip knife where you just constantly have the little flip on your quick switches.
You cut your finger?
Yeah. Oh, no, just the old-fashioned flip.
Ah, okay. Yes, I'm with you. I don't know what the one that cuts your finger's called.
Oh, the butter knife looking one. Yeah. Not my fave.
No, not mine either.
A bit girthy for me.
I wanted the skeleton knife in maybe a red variety, a slaughter variety.
I'm just one knife down now. It's in the ether. I was sending it to Blair, and it's been held up in the trade negotiation, or whatever it's called, for another 10 days.
Don't we know someone? Can't we get like Gabe on the line?
I don't know, but we were like in the middle of a queue, and I was like, hey, check your trades, like all excited, like, hey, he was complaining about never having one. I sent him my skeleton, and now none of us have a knife. It's
floating.
It's just floating in escrow.
Okay. Well, that sucks, but think about it. When you get it back, it's going to feel really good.
And I hope Blair has a nice couple of months with it, you know?
Are you going to lend it for that long?
I figure. I mean, he still hasn't got to use it yet.
You know who has a lot of knives and keeps opening more? Mr. Harry Russell. So maybe you could see if you get a loan from him.
He didn't pipe up when Blair was asking. That's all I'm saying. Greedy Harry Russell. And Junior, ooh, is flashed off and doesn't pull the trigger. Could have perhaps connected. We will see this aggressive CT hold. This is what Overpass is known for. You are going to have CTs positioned for aggressive info plays and tests. This is...
Oh, we saw one.
Oh, you geek. Gets the info safely and can just tuck away. That's more than just the one player he's seen, though, because he can assume that that's been facilitated by teammates.
Yeah, you can't stay that far forward on your lonesome here. And his spot has been spotted. And it's immediately forced JT and Grim to siphon on back passively. Now, Grim's going to stay upper bathrooms. Junior in tow. Could get dicey here in a mo.
And the words of Santa Claus, your wives.
Sorry, what?
Nothing. I was about to make an inappropriate joke, but I decided now's not the time. Okay. Especially with the current environment about talking smack about people's wives.
Keep.
Oh! Hello. Floppy, continuing on his jiggles. It is not...
Oh, smooth.
Yeah.
Heaven smoke.
It's Fang and Floppy.
35 seconds, boys. What's the play?
It looks like it's going to be a B finish with a fake from Shush down committing. This is so heroic. This is how they win 2v... This is how they win 4v5s.
The A guys need to go now.
Yeah, they're not showing anything. What the... Oh, he's trying to fake it.
Now they need to go A.
Oh, they go A, and then Cadian plants, and they play, they have to plant this.
But Shush needs a kill.
This is...
Oh. Oh. Guys, he's B. Time to... Oh, he had time to plan if he immediately went for it now, but just retaining the AWP. It's all good. Will hold on to it and does some more damage on the way out the door. So, sure, it's not the round, but you can see the funky, heroic plays, and that's kind of what we like them for, right? They do some out-of-the-box stuff. It doesn't always makes sense, but when it works, it's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And we sit there going, oh, there are such geniuses. It does look a bit silly when it doesn't work. You have a 4v5 and you split them up into a 2v3 on each side. That's not how maths works or how 5 players can position, but you know what? You understood the sentiment.
You guys get it.
You got it.
You understand.
The OT broke me, Chad.
In the best possible way, though.
In the best way possible.
It was great. That's a great way to kick off this group, really.
Yeah.
We've had some, well, how do we put it? Some snooze fests for openers, right? We've had some just absolute drubbings. And I thought when it started with the 16-1, we were in for a bit more of that. I thought that Ego were going to roll over and die, but they put out one hell of a fight, and that is going to excite me for the rest of the opening matches here within Group D. 12:30 every day, Ago in the server, Ultimate on the AWP, Fiku roaming around on that rifle, Milky on the secondary. Oh, we're going to get excited about it, don't you worry about that. But here we go, timeout called, back into play, and both teams pretty set.
I'm always interested when I get a CT tucked and aggressive, because he's on a timer now. If JT does fall back, we will see Grim recede as well, but he's posted up for Shush's crawl, and this is the first contact potentially. Tessus, though, he tends to get his information safely. You can see he's in a position to make...
So geeky, isn't it?
He is. Full-on anime protagonist, gets the info and then pushes up his glasses with his middle finger.
His biggest issue is if he tries the slide play again, which he just used, it feels like Junior's line is a little bit wider, so might be able to deal with that. Molly shouldn't spread. Junior has cover. Molly is also going to push Grim back, so slowly corralling the sheep.
Oh, that's ambitious, and he commits to it. So goes one and done.
Oh, and that's another kill.
And there's the other. Yes, down on Cadian have combined for a man advantage. Can change and does, thanks to JT and his handy work on Party.
Well, you know that Junior's the AWP A. You might want to get a move on B right now.
They come and knock in. Floppy just dancing on the pillar. He's got full commit, and he does isolate refrezh, who was ahead. Cadian keeps it interesting. It's 11-1. Cannot stop fragging Cadian. That's the angle. Tiny slither gap. JT's been punished for it. The nade not going to finish the job. Just shaves 3 off of Stout's gob.
25 now. They need this kill just to alleviate a bit of pressure, so Stout can help out Cadian.
He knows he's being hunted. And eliminated. Junior hasn't moved a muscle, and Cadian delayed this plan. And not ready for the fight. That's the bomb. He gets it. It's down to plant the 1v1, though realistic. Takes it. Junior's in the open, and the round goes Cole's way. What on earth? earth just happened?
Yeah, I think that KDN didn't want to plant because the player could have been in water, could have been close, right? There was too many unknowns with the late round there, but stepping on out and Junior with another clutch, right? He had that one over there on Ancient and he's able to pick this one up here. And Down during all of this is just trying to make it so that he can assist KDN. But as soon as KDN picks, that's it. And he missed the shot too. Looked like KDN shot first. Down doesn't want to go the bomb down, and that might come back to bite them in future rounds here without that extra cash. Now, still have the round lead. And another close one. That's Complexity. They have posted 3 at this point. How many more can they grab? 2 consecutive. They'd love a third. That would break the bank balance. Whoa. And Grim instant onto Cadian.
That's his 3rd death, Chad. This is round 9. So shutting Cadian down early is a big leg up. It could indicate Complexity finally just landing on their feet financially. They're still light on the FAMAS, and it's worked well for Fang today.
This is interesting, right? They're playing a little bit more biffy over towards the sewer position. Now, contact play from Shush. He may have found a bit of a timing here. Don't think JT spotted through the cusp of that smoke. Look at Shush. Straight on in. Shadow, too much. Done. Should be the round as well here. 2v5. Are you going to run back into JT? Yeah. JT. Almost. Almost. Could have been a bit red-faced right there if he got caught off guard by all of that.
Someone turned his headset up.
Yeah, it should be real loud. Maybe he's got the in-ears backwards. Laser beam this. Doge. Oof. That's in the first 3-4 bullets.
And that's, you know, that's just evidence as to why you spend an extra 5 minutes with your teammates making sure they stand where the bodies will stand, and you get those perfect pixel lineups straight to the head of Cadian. Doesn't get any counterplay available.
Right now we have Grim and Junior, the 2 new additions, both on 7 kills apiece, leading the charge for Cole. So more of that is what we would like to see here, as it is down to the pistols. Should be 5-5 after this one.
Junior, you don't have to overstay your welcome as well. The fact that he gets the information and leaves with a frag. There's a lot of threat in that connector. So they're not even allowed, like, this is the optimal setup. Everyone else passive, and their midway rotation between the 2 sites, all the fakey boy maneuvers that obviously aren't coming out with 2 P250s, and that's it. But you aren't going to be keeping them guessing at all.
I don't want 2 of them to die here in connector. Yeah, now there's 2 AKs. It just seemed like a silly play to make against pistols.
Yeah, I didn't think they were going to bring the fight to them. Okay, gets awkward now, because here come 2 AKs, and he's giving the fight to them. Another body dropped. Junior's pressured. He's going to get jumped on and humiliated. Tess is jumping around. It's up to Grim. He's good. Refreshes the bomb water. That's why there's no plan. Surely Grim will process that this should be possible. No armor, aim punch, if he can just hit the first bullet. Oh, and that's the first bullet. Oh, warning shot. Knows he's there. They peek out, and Tessus, he has a huge round. Leaves with an AWP. Came in with just a P250. That is so sensational for the Danes. And a smirk onto Exist's face. I think that's the monthly emotional capacity reached.
Yeah. Look.
Wait, did you have a problem with the 2-man connector?
Against pistols.
Just in general?
It's like, why?
Yeah.
It's like, what, you want to give them an opportunity? You just did. Like, even still, it shouldn't go like that. They should have traded off of the first kill for at least 1. They got nothing out of that. Absolutely nothing. And it ends up in a 1-on-1, right? Like, I can fault the overall thought process, but then they still should have, even with a setup like that, traded. So that right there is rough as guts.
Catastrophic. And I like the long setup. It obviously has some holes. They're going to count on Grim to go blind into toilets or set up on site.
This is very, very heavy towards A here from Heroic. They're kind of posturing in these positions, waiting for a reaggress, and they've been getting a lot of them from Complexity, so you can understand why. No B backyard presence here whatsoever. 3 players A seems to be commonplace for Complexity, but this is an important round. They're about to lose everything.
He's not been Molotov down.
If they were diligent with the first divider spam, they'll probably be diligent with the second, and that's if they do want to commit A. Oh!
That changes it a lot if Junior can get away from this, and whoa, goes wide on it. Confirmation of the commitment, perhaps. Stown trying to walk and take space. Junior going to be responsible for it, but they can dip.
Oh, if they can get Stown parked here behind the flower pot and not give away his life, JT's going to spend so much time trying to clear this. Look at the gap.
Created that himself, and it will keep Stown's feet planted.
Refrezh is faking this.
Charges in, and finds nothing, but Shush struck at the same moment. JT was going for a round-the-world maneuver, and he would have won the round had he not gone down. Oh, good.
You know where he is now, surely.
Completely isolates the AWP off.
It should be a save here, boys. I know it's a 3-on-3, but you don't have a kit. You don't have any utility. It has to be... Okay, that's a lifeline. Give it a go.
Giving it to them, jumps into their jaws. Down, feeling himself. The good vibrations may have carried him a bit too far.
Oh!
Uh-oh. Cadian forced to clutch up, knows where they're coming from, swung on and deleted. It's a recovery from Cole. And Stown, I mean, he has jumped in the 3v3, chasing, assuming that that's the right call, that they will be retreating, and Floppy changes the plan.
Yeah, that's 2 consecutive rounds from either team with, I want to say, unforced errors. They flashed him through, and I think because Floppy was so passive on the stairs, the flash didn't do an awful lot, and a timeout call from Complexity here, I think they know what that means. That's a massive lifeline back into this half. Score only 1 round the difference between the two, and if they're able to pick up every round consecutively here from here on out, they could see themselves with a 9-6 half.
And they were like so on the verge of breaking.
Yeah.
Well, like that was the best opportunity for Heroic to really leave with a haul.
Maybe that's why they went for that type of audacious push, just to make sure that the save wasn't a possibility. But when Stown doesn't get anything, that is really going to suck right there. You could see them feeling the game.
Yeah, and Stown was the one that opened up that P250 round, so they get one back on him. No slouch at the top of the scoreboard with Cadian. But Cole are still in this. First map is Heroics. We're here on Overpass looking to see if Cole can take their opponent's pick against them. Extinguish, it's wide, it does enable some different Smoky Boy maneuvers.
Not going to come with a flash, he's just going to creep on out. Oh my lord.
It's kept even. Floppy, oh, he's a dead man. Oh, just about rounds the corner.
Hops.
Yeah, they're in. And good damage from JT. He nearly caught Shush as well, but they're doing the flashbang dance. He doesn't have any bullets. This is okay for Complexity. Deep breaths. Heroic, they know how to bring their own unique flavor to it, but this marinade is one of pandemonium.
Yeah, I think, right, they dropped that smoke early to extinguish the aggressive CT molly, but it was the one that you can lob out from spawn, right? So it's a ruse. It was always going to be a B focus here. And that MAC-10 running out of bullets, that is the real undoing of this. That could have been a double kill over towards the sandbag position, and now it's just, well, Stown left hanging out on his lonesome looking for a kill as Cadian with the AWP is probably already starting to think of a save. If Stown can get them a kill here, it will at least entice them in to look for this round. But Pillar, Monster, and back tucked towards the pit are the 3 defenders on the B bomb site, so best of luck.
GLHF, 30 seconds, and they are giving it a procedural clear. Oh, wow, Fang is deleted, but Floppy's handled business. We tie things up 6-6, the AWP maintained. Tail end of our first half of our second map of our second series in our first day of Group D.
Might have to be a save here. And this was great. JT did so much damage, right? He did so much damage there with the 2 jumping out and across and actually mopped up what could have been a bit of a mess, because the opening kill that we saw from refrezh onto Grim, it felt like that should have been Grim's every day of the week. But that's one of the things around the smokes. What we see might not necessarily be what is on Grim's screen. Sometimes it's a little bit off, but here it is, Pistols, and they're going to take the fight to Connector this time.
Oh,
the door.
Thank you for opening the door.
There we go.
That's not a nice route. CT's opened the door for him, and somehow this could go wrong. It's not. Testus first to fall, and Floppy's transfers are looking fierce. He's ready and raring to go on Monster. Another multi-kill for him. Puts himself up to 13. 4 kills in that round. Farming. I didn't give you my fun fruit fact.
Oh yeah, about Dolly Parton.
About Dolly Parton. It's that a whole orange will float on water, but it sinks if you peel it.
Okay, so the segments take on
more water.
A bit too much of the H2O, and down it goes.
We knew apples floated, actually, because of apple bobbing. Have you ever bobbed an apple?
I haven't. I've seen it. Not in the flesh, but here we go. Cadian. Close and personal. The AWP's coming.
Yeah, Junior's up close. Really could go wrong, and that is the worst case. And there's more. It gets worse. Fang down, flashed off the line.
Still 2 here, though. if you continued forward right now as Heroic, you could be running into your demise. So hitting the brakes, something they do extremely well. Cadian will get that upgrade into the AWP. JT is just jump spotting on A right now. He's hoping to find any lick of information. You do the same route. You jump dice, you move to the truck, you jump up. You can get long and banana info from that little maneuver. But there's so much utility for a B execute right now. The only way this could be stalled on... Oh, here they come again.
Patience prevails. They get the info. Floppy at least takes the AWP back out. Back out? What am I saying? That was Junior's AWP that was juggled across. Floppy, you've done it once. You've done it twice. Can we really ask for thrice?
Oh, I like this push from Floppy. That's the bomb.
Oh, and it's completely caught out. No! Oh, God, how does he get another? Floppy sharp.
Beamed him.
Sharp as attack. Doesn't manage to convert into a round, but he's definitely laying down the law of who Site B is. This time it was Heroics, didn't even need to plant. So 7-7.
Fun fact, not a fruity fun fact.
Okay.
An actual fun fact. Well, how yours aren't fun. A Counter-Strike fun fact.
Yes.
Each of the North American teams of the big name variety, Liquid, EG, and Complexity, have a turncoat who is returned. Nitro, Flop Dog, and of course, Automatic.
Wow, a turncoat who has returned. That sounds like the book. Or the Netflix episode. I'd watch. refrezh, catches Grim. Floppy still there as he gets his 17th. He's having a good one back in CSGO realms. So when you are an AWPer and your rotator's leaving you, how long do you just sit in long? It looks like Junior actually opts to not return to site. So there's a huge gap as it currently...
He's playmaking right now. He's not just holding territory. What Junior is doing is to make a bit of a play right here. So he's searching out information with this AWP, and he's also going to find himself in a pivotal position if they do try to finish A. So you can see how he split this. Yeah. You just need JT to get info and not die.
Oof,
Kill's good.
Gets away, ballsy to jump. Worming in, Fang ready. They know how Heroic operate now. And this is the frag he's been waiting for. Junior has posted up, and Cadian with this late bomb, in typical Danish fashion, is going to be walking straight into his domain. Thank you very much. Shush, yeah, you got the kill, you got the sight, but you have to leave it again. And as he vacates, Fang will occupy.
Noisy too, Junior's heard this.
He has to be relatively loud just to have enough time to try and find and isolate the duel. Well played, Junior. Big plays from him as he leaves with an 8th for Complexity. Solid defense and a competitive half. Will we need a third map to separate the two? Stay tuned as we look to see North America get closer to a scalp on European soil. Complexity looking to push Heroic. Heroic coming into this one to prove to everyone they still got it in the land domain, and this is going to be one of the games that they may continue to be haunting them if they do, well, push all the way to a third. Complexity 8 at the moment. I don't know if my expectations are misaligned, but for some reason I feel like this goes 3.
Oh, okay. All right, all right. Well, for me, Heroic are the favorites in the group with the whole Na'Vi asterisk.
Yeah.
But let's see, this is the CT side. It should be a mandatory close here. Heroic, well, the clear favorites with 1x bet odds at the top of your screen, and pressure applied to Cadian early. He's taken a pot shot, he's peeled on back, and he's calling for the rotation of Shush right here, right now. But as they slink and slide up the mid position, the A attack is coming.
Yeah, Cadian, he hears it all. He is going to have to be worried about his left side, and Grim has to delete him with the first click. Bang in. Shush gone, and that'll do nicely. Just winning their duels. First bullets out of those pistols.
Trading pistols as well here. So a 2-on-5 situation. This is similar to the one that Heroic won. There's no way back in. Junior will confirm that with the kill onto refrezh. And it's just Stown, who would probably like to hold on to his armor here. Takes the fight. Drops and loses everything. 9-7 in favor of Complexity. Now, what we saw come out of Heroic over on Ancient was they got to start on the CT side, right? They were able to kick themselves off there. Now they have to end on the CT side. So let's see if they go for the full eco now with the M4s coming out into the next, or if they go for a force buy now. It's looking like the eco is the option. No timeout called, nothing needed, just 5 USPs, walk into round 17, and hope that Complexity walk into their stack.
Everyone walking. Sound Q's going to be a premium here.
Everything on the other side here, Grim.
Yeah, he's going to get a bit of a rude shock, I reckon.
Fading in about 3 to 4 seconds.
Problem solved. More to come as the door swings open and bullets hail into the underpass. Cadian manages to take 2 for his trouble.
Who ain't bad.
That ain't bad at all, especially if...
And he can buy an AWP now.
Yeah, and they
he can go glass cannon. He wouldn't have been able to afford that before.
Damn, that is going to enable a different CT setup, and he's gone for it.
Yeah, that's actually wild. Those 2 kills, that's a difference maker right there. He wouldn't have been able to afford the AWP otherwise. Yeah. So I don't know how much Complexity are keeping track of this, because that's going to be a hard one, right? You know that Cadian got the kills, sure. Hopefully they can do the quick math themselves and not run into this AWP. 3 players starting B. Cadian long with the AWP. Tessus in the upper bathrooms. Molly melting JT down to 69 points of health, and some util being lined up from Junior here. You can see just perfectly positioning himself. And they've done the extinguish, and they're immediately going back to hit the B bomb site. So being quick about this is JT throwing out some utility. I think this will be a divider molly with the front bathroom smoke. Very standard, but the Cadian Tessus setup won't worry too much about this. They'll hear it, they'll address it, but it's not going to bother them a whole lot.
Yeah, it does imply that there's presence, and now they can quickly pop through. Look at that, they've actually both been flashed off, and now Molotov'd. Yeah, this is getting hot.
Dead.
Just should be dead. He's still alive at 6 points of health. Down stands and delivers, and no clear from Grim. It's grim indeed for the boys of Complexity. Not a single casualty for Heroic.
The timing looked great on that flash, didn't it? It got them both because they were going for an info play on Monster with 2, or they were rejigging the setup there. The flash, the molly. I don't know how Shush gets out of that alive.
He's got Stown to thank. Just supporting from Graffiti, playing anti. Junior, yeah, absolutely no hope for this one.
I don't think Cadian's even shot a bullet yet, so they're still unawares of this AWP. Ouch. Molly in hand, Dink in between the eyes, and 25 seconds. Oh, they know the AWP's in play now. He's spamming that one through. And he'll go down to refrezh there. So, handled. And that is going to be the first round for the CT side. Heroic's defense on their map choice. How many more can they piece together? The flow-on effects as well of losing a couple of guns on the force, but this was the flash from Junior, right? He lined that up very, very early, and it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. You can see here, this is a great camera angle to catch it. Completely flashed. Shush is in the molly somehow. Oh, the extinguish just in time. And not only does that keep him alive, it keeps eyes drawn and focused on barrel so that you can get the dance around the pillar. You can keep it awkward. Great stuff from the B defense there, and the pistol's out for Cole as 9 almost guaranteed here.
Little snake slinking its way up towards the banana. And a high flash to finish with a flourish. Oh, actually, Tessus faffing around with his nades. It's not going to stop him racking up at least a double. Fang gone. It was down to steal. And we are back into the gun rounds. AWP maintained. Important to do so. 10-9 the scoreline.
Oh, Junior was very quick into the buy there, and understandably so, because he is going to get dropped in AWP. I was curious about where that was going to come from, but JT, the vending machine, is able to get him an AWP yet again. Util is a little bit light on here to operate for this gun round for Complexity. They only have 3 smokes in total. 3 smokes in total with 4 flashes and 2 Molotovs. So time is going to have to be their best friend. You want to allow Heroic to use their early util, their mollies, their smokes to get their early map control. There's one, as we can count them up together. And once you've waited that out, then you can start to go for a bit of default map control. One of the smokes already used here by Cole.
Yeah, short pipe, extinguish.
All for territory, right? If you don't retain that territory, then that smoke is in vain. Oh.
What the hell has Shush just walked through? He's used that deeper monster smoke, so Floppy has no idea, and now the entire Complexity team are vulnerable to this.
You know that clock I was saying that they should wait upon? That will be their undoing.
Oh my god, there is absolutely
this is crazy.
0 chance they're ready for this.
And they're going to ask where he came from.
I don't know if Floppy will have an answer. Yeah, nice find. Fang's going to be confused.
Bombs
Junior reacts.
And
yeah, it's going to be there in the open as well. Maybe Grim can catch them slipping forward push, but on the fountain, and a great shot out of Junior.
Oh.
Grim, what are you up to? Oh my god, it's all crazy. Oh my god, Grim gets them both, and now the site is open for business. Junior is miles away. Refrezh is low.
What a topsy-turvy round.
Topsy-turvy's one word for it. Jeez.
I think Refrezh might want to consider the save here. A 2-on-1 situation. Sure, he's up close and personal. Bomb about to get planted on truck, but he's just too low for this, isn't he? Isn't he? Through a smoke again? Oh!
Good. There's just a different universe where they're both looking the wrong way on the smoke fade.
That's the one time if you shush, you probably hope that you did have a silenced M4 as well, huh?
Yeah, but these rounds, this is like Overpass just on crack. Everyone's getting into gaps.
That's the biggest kill of the round.
It is. Shush kept a lid on. They managed to get one, then Grim pulls this off. I thought he was stepping at one point, but no one heard, and walked straight on through. Finds them both, and Junior wise enough to keep a jiggle on that smoke, because you can see if he wasn't jiggling, it wouldn't take long for that to be a bit of a wide and uncomfortable fight. They're close now, Chad.
Yeah, they can smell it, and they've taken a timeout here. You can see the coach TC in the background there, just getting in on the mic. He's got his notes in hand. He's having a chat to the boys here, because you pick this one up, you're going to break the bank of Heroic. They will have to take an eco, and you're likely to get yourself up to 13 as long as you can avoid these unforced errors. I was just talking about utility woes on one side of things. Well, the CTs now of Heroic, they've been able to get out a lot of smokes, 4 of which, plenty of mollies, but in spawn, I'm just watching, they're dropping their utility to the required individuals, right? So this is quite important now of how they're going to saddle up with their set pieces, because they didn't have enough to get everybody into a full buy, and only 1 defuse kit in the hands of Refrezh here.
Going to be a bit of a fight here. Tessus is trying to bring the fight straight to them. Still has vision.
Well, they drop straight back. If Tessus pushes, they can rotate over towards B here. It is going to come down to a timer, though. Nose flash will own Shush.
Well, that's for sure. It is about when they strike, and also the wound of the previous. They pulled this off once, and yeah, this time Anti. Down and indeed out. Refrezh on pillar. They will clear him this time, but Grim goes down, and he's been smoked out. He can reposition. He's using that smoke beautifully maneuvered by Refrezh. He's still alive. They still can't find him, living up in their dreams. Now a 2-on-3. Cadian down. It's Fang's double.
Tessus is low. Still winnable.
Yeah, especially if Stown takes the first contact, which he might. Fang didn't clear it. He's in the blind spot of barrels. And that's a quick find.
Orb's going to be grabbed here as well. So they've got to give double.
Refrezh is just, he plays pillar, you know, and it is such a powerful position, especially when you're as switched on as these pros are. But every time they've come knocking for a 4B commit, Refrezh on that pillar or Stown on Graffiti has pulled off the double.
Yeah, I think here, that smoke, we highlighted this like, it would probably be 4 or 5 Pro League seasons ago, maybe more. I think it was Electronic was one of the first players we noted throwing that to divide that site, and that helped him, right? It meant that he really just had to focus on one angle and then dancing around. So really good stuff from Refrezh.
And Tessus, of course, with the flank.
Yeah, and when that came in, it was because they thought that they had pressured enough, but they didn't have any vision to know if Tessus was forward. They just threw the utility and thought, this is enough. But never can be the case against Heroic here, and down to an odd-looking buy. A couple of digs, a Tech 9, 2 rifles, and 1 smoke with 1:27 on the clock. How do you win a round like this?
I don't want to play that game. I don't know what they're supposed to do. I suppose if Heroic happened to miss their first orb shot out of Cadian.
He's 18 kills, and he had a great game on Ancient. So if he does that, I think it might be a Christmas miracle for Complexity.
No, Crimbo was last group.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, he missed. And Fang is clearing. Tessus has gone to 2 AKs, Chad. Now they've got M4s and AWPs in the mix. Down on the bin is going to get swung on. Junior's posted, and it has collapsed. Just like that. Left.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, precisely. Fang's up on Optimus. They're just going to look to try and recover what they can.
That was the only way in, was a missed shot. Was a missed shot. It's crazy. The difference maker's right there.
I mean, Fang hit the first bullet he was able to connect, but Cadian did put it just shy to the left of his ear.
That just shows the margins, right? And look, these shots, you see the pros hitting them every day of the week, but it's never as easy as it looks, right? It's never as easy as it looks, but that setup was predicated on the fact that Cadian hits that shot because Tessus is up close and personal. You can see how quick he gets run down, especially when it's a contact play from Cole. So we continue to go back and forth here. Last 4 rounds have gone one the other way. And look, they retain an AWP, they retain an M4, but money is a bit rough over there for Heroic right now. This is going to be the breaking point of the game. Here's the shot, and here it is. Look, we've just paused it exactly. And great shot from Fang.
Yeah, I mean, it's the acceleration of that as well. You can see he just slipped as Cadian pulled the trigger.
Now, I wouldn't feel, too bad about that if I was Cadian. Fang hit a banger, and the follow-up was even more beautiful. So that's some impact from Fang there. Does find himself on 16 kills now. Floppy with 21, 16 for Junior, 14 for Grim, 7 for JT. On the other side, we've got 18 for Cadian, 7 for Stown, 15 for Tessus, and 13 for Refrezh, with Shush bringing up the rear on 8. They're going in.
There's been a couple of those moments where it looks like Heroic are about to seize the reins of control, and then Cole turn a not impossible round up, being hyperbole there. I mean, I suppose just a very unlikely one. It's happened twice so far.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? When you just look at the weaponry alone, it feels like the round should be tipping one way and not the other.
Well, they've prioritized util here, Chad.
So another maybe perfect example of what we're talking about.
Wow, Cadian, you just stick around off the flash. He's got support and Floppies on the floor.
Tessus is pushing. Fang might find them here.
Fang has to go now to clear it, otherwise Tessus is going to round the corner. Oh!
Caught him.
Oh, good shot as well.
Cadian's in so much trouble now. Yeah, that's it. He hung around too long.
Greed got the better of him, and after such a magnificent find of an isolated duel on B, things are falling apart elsewhere. It looks like JT's cooking up trouble of his own. I think he wants a little fakey boy maneuver of his own, parking the bomb and the bus.
Another player spotted towards B right now. So if they do want to finish, they know that it was just a pistol player at short. Stown and Refrezh currently rotating towards A, but it will have to be a gamble at some point for Heroic. They can't stay split like this. And Fang, he's feeling confident now. He's had 2 great back-to-back double kills. It will be the B gamble. 45 seconds. They could send in Grim as a feeler. You don't have to fully commit to this.
Yeah, I like that much more. And especially if Fang's going to be calling the site clear, it's just going to be the worst timing to hear A site clear is when you're committing to B.
Yeah, JT just needs to sit on his haunches, and
He's
he will.
He's going.
If they boost, they might catch him here. If they boost, they might catch him.
Oh, no, JT!
That was the bomb. That was the chance. That was the chance.
And they know Fang's probably behind them. They're going to just try and fight their way out, fight forward, rather than backwards. God damn. 2 points of health is the separating factor of this round.
And that's the thing. At that point, they could have pushed through short, right? The monster player becomes less of a factor. Fang's in sight going, well, the site's clear, but we don't have the package. And now they just have to retain these M4s. So really starting to heat up. 1900 is the loss bonus into their next, meaning Heroic can either force buy behind these 2 saved guns or take a save. Likely give over 14. This was it from Fang.
Yeah, and then
had to do a double take.
He does knife, jump, strafe, try and catch the timing of Cadian. He's taking some liberties there, isn't he? Like, you know you've overstayed your welcome, especially when your teammate's already dead. And JT.
It actually happened a lot quicker right there in that replay than it felt like it happened when Tessus went down on the push. Yeah. So for Cadian, what was his option? I guess to go forward down connector. Yeah. So yeah, stuck in a rock and a hard place with all of that, but timing, you can see how much it means. That could have been a Cadian death without Tessus even knowing, right? Because if Fang gets past, didn't clear Tessus, didn't see Tessus, he still kills Cadian. So I think Cadian was screwed either way right there.
It's a good point. Well made. 13-10. We're into round 24, second map of this second series. Certainly grounds for complexity, pushing the biggest dog in the group and pushing him around very violently. They've only got the 2 save rifles here. That's going to put us within touching distance.
Inferno next.
Oh, he's just walking through, isn't he? The door was blown off, or is there a sound cue required? Tess is stopping and implies there's an unbroken door. Swings it open. Grim
I hear that.
to address it, and that's the end of that. Stown, however, reveals one of the M4s is close monster
Cadian's
on
flanking.
the smoke. A gap on it. Cadian is coming in behind.
If they go connected to A, that... Oh, not another one.
Oh, no, lads. Butterfingers, they might be dropping the ball because now they're not focused on Cadian, and he's got 2 on his sights.
Oh, Junior.
Necessary kill, could still go wrong, does. Stown is a problem. Finally falls, Shush finishes what his teammate started. It's Junior to save the day.
Another clutch?
Yeah, it might have to be. Okay, Deagle's good, but refrezh is better, and it falls apart for Cole. Only 2 save rifles and USPs. And that is going to be a tilter.
And the Cadian flank didn't even get anything done, right? That felt like that was going to be the ceiling of the deal right here. Stown did so much work with this rifle. I guess he gets to isolate 3 different fights until he was traded. And Junior, the awareness to swing around on this. Good stuff to you, mate. But not enough. As in the fade of the smoke, it looked like from Junior's POV, we were on that.
Smoke.
Yeah, it was still smoke. So massive from refrezh there. And well, back into another higgledy-piggledy buy for complexity. JT tagged.
Wow, quick one out of Cadian, yeah, just through the wall.
They do their best work when they have a Mac-10, a Deagle, and some other rubbish weaponry in the mix. So let's see complexity. What do you got in store now as a passive stance on the A site has been established here from Heroic. They are turtling up, they are tucking in, and they are waiting for the attack to come on through. Feels like there's been so many crunch moments in this game, doesn't it?
Yeah, and this is the smoke that we've seen Shush walk through before. This time it's going to be occupied by Floppy.
Curious they haven't swapped guns out with JT here, right? He is legged immediately. I know that Floppy's over towards B and Grim was dealing more with Connector, but I'm surprised that JT didn't make the call and change it up to go give that AK to one of the 2. There's still time to do so, but he's going forward. That nade, that nade, that nade. Now that AK, it ain't being seen again for the rest of the round.
With the tut of the tongue, JT catches one. Good flash, better frag, but they are in. Monster is lost, refrezh and this pillar are quite the iconic and potent mix. He loves the smoke, will manipulate through. And it's Cadian, happy to collect Floppy's overextension. Fang makes it interesting, but with 10 HP, he's not ready for refrezh, and that was the bomb. So Heroic, over the course of these 2 rounds, have managed to get themselves not only back into the game, but now front runners for a 2-0.
And not letting Junior save.
Yep, nothing left in Complexity's bank. Off the back of that.
I need a loan right now because this is, for both teams, one of the worst places to find yourself at when we're at round 26. Because neither team has a massive loss bonus established. Neither team was able, like, well, for Complexity in this situation, they can't really keep anything to be threatening. That's a great nade, isn't it? That's the low HP there at JT making that one possible. Another kill here for Cadian. So it is just going to be 2 Deagles and 3 Glocks. Tied game.
God, you're so funny that the nade happens to be towards that low HP that he legged earlier. I mean, Cadian just... He dunked on him. Literally and figuratively. Careful now, because the spray is good. Tessus gets it and can now get away. Yeah, refrezh. Just a little shooting gallery for him. A lot less threatening than when Heroic were occupying all that space.
Yeah, refrezh just wasn't showing the tip of his head. He was showing the full force of his body right there. Just puts it on the line and leaves Fang in a 1-on-5 with a dig. $700 of pain. And he's just going to strike one shot onto Cadian there. He'll scoop that up. He'll take that blaze forward. And as we are tied up, bank isn't really established here for Heroic, right? They have a little bit of residual cash, but after they invest in utility, it's going to be light on. 1,400 is their loss bonus going into the next. I don't think you need to know the importance of this round for either team. For Complexity, if they can get that bomb down, they're going to give themselves another opportunity to go for at least a better looking buy. That should be one of the goals right now. Obviously, you want the round here, but worst case, if we can get into a site, if we can get that bomb down, something they've had trouble with in these last few.
Ooh. Well, with what you've outlined, Chad, with everyone's finances kind of
screwed.
Screwed, yeah, for lack of a better term. Complexity with a must win, but this still could very well go back and forth, to and fro. It's 3 consecutive out of Heroic so far.
Cadian actually has 7k left over. Don't know how I missed that. He's going to have an ult for days right now, so...
Yeah, he's fine, but the rest might be a little less worse for wear if they do get a perfect one call. Haven't seen evidence in the last 3, and that spray's pretty bang on the money. They tuck in. Tessus to punish. Loud. And beheaded. JT, a very important pick.
Only his 8th kill, but at a key moment in the game right now, floppy thrust forward.
Oh, team play, they actually get it. Floppy pulls off the frag. Sjuush has kept it level. And Grim, still in the open, has been met by Stown, who has really got a perfect blend of passive and aggressive play when facilitated.
And Sjuush is pushing while Cadian is super passive right now on Bank. You can see Cadian's position. He wants them to come into the site. They want to allow Sjuush to work right now. Stown is rotating back on over. You can see him about to join the pack. And the information, as seconds tick by, more and more likely that it will be this A finish.
I mean, Junior is the one with the bomb and the one responsible to watch Sjuush's flank. So he is in a bit of a two minds at this point. Fang to make space. And space made. Stown gone. You don't want to give this fight to Cadian if you can avoid it. Fang walks straight in for another headshot. The Canadian doing it. Oh, and the bomb does go down.
This is a big round.
This is all hanging in the balance, and it's up to Fang. Young gun. Holds his nerve and holds his line. Sjuush can use that smoke, but not for not much longer. He's got a second to drop on the bomb.
Hard clear for him now. Oh, he's not even looking. Fang in the back. That is multi-kills for Fang in this half. He has had so much impact. That cripple buy they had earlier gets 2. In the follow-up gun round, gets 2. And here, clutches out with 3 and gets it done in the 1v1 fashion. Complexity up to 14 first, but this is neck and neck, and the buy is coming back in for Heroic here.
Ooh, little hidden gem is Fang. Really looking good on these entries. Look at that, the first into Stown.
Flash didn't even get Stown at all. You can see that just wasn't even worried with that. And oh, Sjuush was a second earlier.
Dreamy, really dreamy. So they are going to get the coffers emptied. You can see $50 on the high end bar Tessus. Another one of those, and it's Heroic on the ropes. Cadian though, given one. Floppy straight to the crotch, a bullet lodged.
They're running A. They know where the AWP is. They're going fast. Real fast.
Oh, they are. They're holding W. Tessus is not going to be there immediately, but Junior with the bomb is pulling out nades. Tessus is dead because Junior's quick. And the bomb not to a safe space, far from it.
Not at all.
I looked away from my monitor for 1 second.
And all the kills just happened.
And it's over.
That is crazy.
I can't quite process it. They must have just walked into the blue line.
Yeah, refrezh got and tucked into truck just in time for all of that. I was looking at his little dot on the radar right there, and he gets a double kill for that. And remember where the loss bonus was at? Look at what's left for Complexity. Heroic, with the extra money, were able to get a buy after a round loss. Complexity, what are you meant to do? How are you meant to make this one work? JT has dropped an AK to Fang. He's the man who's finding the opening. So Fang, they're loving what you're doing. They just need more.
Oh, they're asking so much of him. What a heartbreaking way to concede such a competitive game. Just like that, it falls apart. They accelerated. They thought they had a clue. And they just evaporate in seconds. Well, that's the air sucked out of this one.
I guess it really is just on this hero AK, because JT invested almost everything he had to get this in the hands of Fang, and he's done a great job of it. He, like I said, he just needs to do it one more time. Can he be the hero right now for Complexity? They pushed this one. It's much more competitive than the affair we had on Ancient. This is good stuff.
It is. And Tessus has overstayed his welcome here. That toilet angle.
He's the only one on A.
Yeah, not held. He's backing away for it now. Distraction would be great. Fang shouldn't be the first. Molotov, he has to go. Commit. Knows there's one Optimus at least. There's 2 there though. Stown confirmed it was an alt barrel he spotted, so he knows there's 2 there. Building the mental picture. Fang could strike. It's down. He has to clear. Oh, headshots found. Fang doing it all. A competitive round now. Rifle recovered. He's got Junior to support him. Expecting Shush from the flank, this time a deviation from the pack and from the norm. He's grouped up. Fang pushed up. Junior takes first contact. Nice gap to cross. Or cancel the cross. Oh, he's using it well. Stray bullets don't connect. If Junior can just find one. We go again. He's pushed it. He's given them the frag. And it's up to Fang. He can't catch up. There's no time. Oh, he'd have loved to have just had a little bit more from Junior there. Just pushes the issue. So much hard work and all for naught. 15 secure.
There's a real positive out of all of this. They could get the bomb down, right? They can get the bomb down, which is going to give an extra bit of cash. It'll allow Junior to get into an AWP, and it'll give JT the ability to buy a rifle at least. Otherwise, he would have been on a pistol. So with the loss bonus, sure, it wasn't a huge amount here, but by getting the bomb down and making this a competitive round, they've also kept Heroic under the thumb. They have to rebuy everything. Their buy, actually, as I look at it, is almost bloody perfect. There's only one thing missing, and that's a Tessus defuse kit. So we're going to get full rifles out for both sides here to try and close this one down. It's either 16-14 done in regulation, or we go OT, and we've been there already today.
Give me more. Heroic in pursuit of a quick day in the office. See what JT's concocting with his squad. A two-man water setup. It does enable them to be very reactive.
Well, they know that Floppy's not here. He's played quite aggressive towards that water position time and time again. They parked him extremely passive over towards connector right now, while the rest work up their way through bathrooms. Junior to oversee long, and Tessus and Cadian to clamp down on A again.
Full focus. All 10 hearts quickening in pace in the server. So much at stake. Every decision has a ramification. He spots Alcadian. Tessus can strike in the distraction, and everyone's hitting their shots. Heroic again with the multi-kill madness. Send complexity into disarray. It's up to Junior trying to make a play, and it's full for naught. 16-14. It ends in regulation. Heroic deal with the threat, but a threat no less. Complexity come to play today. Good demonstration of their affinity and ability. We'll be seeing more from them, that's for sure. Heroic pick up a must-win game.